Becket has 90% brain damage. The family was encouraged to consider removing him from life support.
Shaken baby syndrome is a horrific crime. No child ever deserves to have to go through this. Never, ever shake a baby for any circumstances, ever.
He is nonverbal. He is unable to walk. He is quadriplegic CP. He's G-tube fed. He's epileptic. Becket is also legally blind and legally deaf. Becket is able to hear some things and he is able to see some things. But when that's transmitted to the brain, it's too much information for the brain. The brain doesn't know what to do with it or where to go with it. So it's just kind of a jumbled up mess in there. Becket is 5 years old. He was violently shaken by a parent figure, somebody that should have really been protecting Becket. Instead of putting Becket down in a safe place, Becket was violently shaken, and this is the end result. Most babies that are shaken do not survive or are typically bedridden. Lucky for us, even though Becket has 90% brain damage, including his brain stem.
Becket survived being shaken by a parental figure as a baby. He was then adopted by Christy and her husband.
Becket's doing really well. I really do credit a lot of that to his medical team, his therapist, and a lot to stem cell therapy that Becket was able to have. We are working towards doing a second stem cell therapy, and the reason we do stem cell therapy is as it has been proven to improve epilepsy, digestive system, cognitive improvements, along with some visual and hearing improvements. The person that did this to Becket was not a biological parent. He did live with the biological mother. We're not 100% sure if they were engaged, but we do know that they were not married. His name was listed as the father on Becket's birth certificate, but that later was proven to be incorrect. This person who shook Becket came home and was very upset with the situation that was going on in the home.
He was hurt by someone who should have been protecting him.
It was just an overall total situation, and Becket happened to be the one that got the blunt end of the deal. Sadly, the shaking took place. It was a very, very violent shaking. This is information that was provided by physicians due to the amount of brain damage that Becket showed. When arriving at the hospital, he was having convulsions, uncontrollable seizures. He was put on life support and was transferred to another hospital. We have been told that the family was encouraged to consider removing him from life support and letting him go as the amount of damage was so severe. However, God had a different plan, and Becket survived. Becket spent 3 weeks in the hospital. Majority of that time was in ICU, and we picked him up directly from that hospital on the night before my birthday. We always joke that he's the best birthday present I could have ever received, and we have had him ever since.
He has beaten all the odds to be where he is now.
When we adopted Becket, we were actually told by physicians that they anticipated Becket to be completely bedridden. But obviously Becket has succeeded all of those expectations and has surpassed everything that the doctors ever thought would be possible for Becket. The person that did admit to doing the shaking did go to prison. He was incarcerated for 14 months and then did a 1 year of probation after that time. We have no contact with this person. However, the person does live in the same town that we live in, so that's a little uncomfortable. Becket's doing really well for what has happened, and we're so thankful for all of your guys' support. A lot of you have been asking what you can do to support Becket. We decided that the $60,000 treatment that is going to be more like $70,000 when it's said and done is just not something that we can do right now. Becket has had 2 rounds of stem cell therapy in Monterrey, Mexico, and both times we have seen huge cognitive gains. And so last minute we decided, let's kind of put it out there. So if anybody's interested in maybe contributing $1 or $2 for Becket's birthday, we would greatly appreciate it. It would be very, very helpful. And I think that all of you that have been on our journey has seen what a benefit stem cell has been for Becket.
We are so incredibly happy that Becket has found a home where he is safe and he is loved. In the comments, some people thought the punishment given to the man who shook Becket was not severe enough, with one person saying, "It's so sad the person who altered Becket's life forever only served such a short time being punished. It should be so much more." While others shared their experiences, saying, "I am a survivor of shaken baby syndrome. They told my adopted mother I'd never walk or talk again, yet here I am. I am so sorry this happened to him." As always, thanks for watching Happiest. If you liked this video, then please be sure to follow our other social pages for more content like this. And of course, if you have any of your own videos that you'd like to share with us, be sure to send them in.